Hey guys, what is up? Sam or Scorpiola here, and today we're going to be talking about Ubisoft Forward, Ubisoft's brand new online-only E3 replacement to show off all of their biggest upcoming titles from their major franchises, including Assassin's Creed, Tom Clancy, Far Cry, their new Battle Royale game Hyperscape, along with plenty of others. In this video we're going to be going over a bunch of both leaked and official information to tell you guys everything to expect from the event. The Ubisoft Forward stream itself will be taking place this Sunday, and for the specific times where you are, then be sure to look at the chart on screen. The pre-show will be kicking off first, featuring news and content on updates to their existing titles, including Ghost Recon Breakpoint and The Division 2. This will allow the main show to put all its focus on the brand new titles and Ubisoft's next generation content. Without further ado, let's get right into it. If you're looking for a specific section, then timestamps will be in the description. Let's start off with the big one that we probably know the most about, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This is an interesting one because this game will actually be having an extended gameplay showcase right after the main event itself, which makes it pretty unlikely that we'll be seeing this one having a big presence during the main show. However, 40 minutes of gameplay from this game actually leaked earlier this week, and this after show is likely where that will actually be shown. The gameplay that I unfortunately can't show for obvious reasons features a mythological boss battle against a demon goddess with awesome attacks alongside some beautiful graphics. Much like the previous hit of the series, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we'll have the option to play as male or female versions of our lead character Eivor as we explore the Viking era in a more RPG inspired title. A few more features the gameplay actually shows us is a new mystery side quest system, giving us secrets to find in every corner of this brand new map. Odyssey skill system will also be returning with 3 different styles of abilities to unlock, including the Raven, the Bear, and the Wolf, and on top of that there is a whole new way to unlock even more additional abilities separate from those 3 styles. These are books of knowledge which can be found by conquering heavily guarded enemy camps and monasteries, so safe to say there's going to be plenty to do around this map. Valhalla is sure to be one of the biggest launch releases of the new generation consoles, but as of now we don't actually have an exact release date for this one aside from holiday 2020, so we can expect this event will probably give us a more exact date, possibly alongside some teasers to the possible post-launch plans for this game in terms of DLC. It's been over 2 years since the release of the last mainline Far Cry game, with the Montana set 5th installment, and since then all we've had from the franchise has been the absolute flop that was Far Cry New Dawn, so I think it's about time we start hearing something about what's going on with Far Cry 6, which will likely be an exclusively next-gen title, supposedly returning to a more exotic location after the last game kept us more grounded in a US drug cartel. Giancarlo Esposito, who famously played the iconic Chicken Man main villain of Breaking Bad, Gus Fring, alongside recently starring as the main antagonist of Star Wars Mandalorian series. Anyway, he's been hinting that he's been doing voice work for a video game title that is going to be huge and required a whole new style of acting, but he's not allowed to talk about it just yet. Reputable source Game Reactor published and have since deleted an article that insists that he was indeed talking about Far Cry 6 here, and this event seems to be an obvious place that will be revealed. I can't think of a better choice for a Far Cry villain, honestly. This guy is an amazing actor and I'd love to see what he brings to this world. After all, someone else from the Breaking Bad universe, Michael Mando, famously played Voss in Far Cry 3, so it's awesome to see a fellow member of that universe coming over into Far Cry. In their most recent earnings call, Ubisoft actually told us they will be releasing 5 AAA games before March 2021, including Gods and Monsters, Watch Dogs Legion, and Rainbow Six Quarantine, all of which we'll be coming back to later, along with 2 others coming from major franchises. Jason Schreier, who's a reporter over at Kotaku and one of the most consistently accurate sources out there, has said that these are in fact Assassin's Creed, which we now know for sure is true, and the other being a new Far Cry title, so it doesn't seem like we're too far away from having this one actually in our hands, and this pretty much 100% confirms that a deep dive into this game will be coming after this event, since after this, there's really not another obvious place to show off a brand new release. Now for the bit I know many of you have been waiting for? Tom Clancy. Well, first up, I thought I'd give a quick mention to the existing titles that are still being updated: Ghost Recon Breakpoint, The Division 2, and Rainbow Six Siege. Any updates to those games will likely be talked about in the pre-show, with the main show focusing on unreleased upcoming titles. But first up, let's talk about what happened last May, where the Ubisoft creative director, Julian, I'm sorry I'm not going to try and pronounce that name, actually teased that he was working on the next installment on the famous stealth Splinter Cell franchise. However, we've really heard nothing since, but leaks for the upcoming season of Rainbow Six Siege have suggested we're lined up for a Splinter Cell themed operator and other themed cosmetics coming soon. So this could very well actually be to tie into the reveal of that new title in that franchise that I know is something people have been wanting for a huge amount of time. Now let's hop over to a different corner of the Tom Clancy universe with Rainbow Six Quarantine. This is going to be a spin-off from the Rainbow Six Siege universe set several years in the future, where you and your team of 2 other operators will be facing off against a totally new breed of mutated alien parasites who infect human hosts and their surroundings. This one seems like a fully fleshed out standalone game based on the limited time PvE Outbreak mode that we actually saw with a more paranormal event inside of Rainbow Six Siege. Was super cool, basically felt like its own game, and I guess it was a trial to see if the popularity was there, and well, clearly it was. This one again is, or at least was, scheduled to release before March 2021, but really don't be surprised if this one remains absent from the showcase and suffers a delay due to the themes of virus and quarantine within the game. With the whole current global climate with the virus situation going on, I really wouldn't be shocked if this one was pushed forward a bit to a more appropriate time. Now let's talk about Watch Dogs Legion. Quick note for any PC players out there is that during the show itself you'll have the opportunity to log into Uplay and redeem a free copy of Watch Dogs 2, so make sure to go and grab that while you can. It's free, it's a sick game, there's really no reason not to. Now in terms of the new title, Watch Dogs Legion, this game is going to be pretty damn insane, where you actually have the opportunity to take control of any NPC in the open world of London, all of which are going to be complete with unique character, voice lines, abilities. So if this one is as expansive as it sounds, then this is going to be pretty insanely cool. I would expect this to get a huge chunk of the show and will probably actually have a bigger presence than any other title there. This one currently doesn't actually have an official release date. It was meant to release a few months ago, back in March, so expect a new date to be confirmed for when we can finally get our hands on this insanely experimental new title. Now let's talk about some new IPs with Gods and Monsters. Funny story about this new open world action game, a playable build of this game actually managed to leak on Google's Stadia platform the other week. So now there's actually leaked alpha gameplay out there and people have actually played this in its alpha state. We don't know too much about this one other than the fact that it isn't actually called Gods and Monsters anymore, so we don't really even know the title. It will be coming out at some point before March and it looks like a picture book visually, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely makes this one stand out. Visually it looks spectacular, and we do have a little synopsis for this one that tells us, from the creators of Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes a storybook adventure about the forgotten hero on a quest to save the Greek gods, embark on a journey to the Isle of the Blessed, combat mythological creatures, and defeat Typhon, the deadliest monster in Greek mythology in the face of the ages. I mean, I'm pretty much sold on this one already. I'm definitely picking it up. We also have Ubisoft's brand new Battle Royale game Hyperscape, which we can expect to be featured in a big way as Ubisoft finally try their hand at the Battle Royale genre. Just last week we actually saw the closed beta for this Battle Royale making a big splash to extreme popularity with its totally original Twitch stream integration features and some awesome upgradable abilities to spice up the gameplay. Now we're just waiting on an official final release date for this one when the game actually goes public, and if the leaks are to believe, that could be as soon as the show itself, as this does seem to be going live as soon as this Sunday. So this was probably planned as a big surprise where it would go live during the show, but that really didn't go so well, did it? In terms of what they could actually announce in the show to make a big impact and draw some people in, a few options would be a console release date, which has been confirmed to be coming this summer, so we're really not too far off console players actually getting to try their hand at this one too. The post-launch content, however, is critical to the continued success of a Battle Royale game, so they could highlight their plans for that, possibly discussing the Battle Pass, the first season of content, and plans for how crossplay is going to work in this game. Just a few more previously announced titles that we can hopefully expect deeper dives into here are Skull and Bones for one. This is a brand new tactical action game where you will be controlling a customizable pirate captain and exploring the Indian Ocean in both a single player campaign, and you'll be able to take on other people and your friends in PvP multiplayer modes. Ship combat, pirates, really can't go wrong here. There's also Beyond Good and Evil 2, a sequel finally getting made to an extremely popular open world action adventure title from 2003 back in the PS2 and original Xbox days. This is actually going to be a prequel to the original with more RPG elements coming in here, the ability to visit a huge variety of planets, and the ability to upgrade your spacecraft. This game hasn't been seen in a few years now, so we could finally see something here, and maybe even a release date. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that because I'm pretty damn excited for this one myself. Never played the original, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this. A little one to tag on the end here is that Ubisoft have actually recently created a locked Twitter account for a Prince of Persia game, meaning they've made an account to market some kind of new Prince of Persia title, however it isn't currently visible to the public at the moment. Ubisoft have actually held the rights to this one for over 10 years now, and yet they have yet to do really much with that license, so forgive the fact that the background footage here is super outdated. Overall, a new next-gen title to this one seems extremely possible here with these teasers from these leaks. I think it would be really cool. But with that, guys, that's actually going to wrap up this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this deep dive into everything to expect from Ubisoft Forward. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to smash a like down below to show your support. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you most want to see at the showcase and which of these titles you're most looking forward to. And make sure to subscribe for when I do this same thing for all of the major upcoming gaming events. Anyway, like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you on more upcoming videos. Bye!